Hey, how's it going, everybody? Getting started here in just a second. We're doing some Neo 2 tonight. Nice night for some Neo. Ho ho ho. Hi, everybody. What are we doing? Did we find something interesting? Oh my god, Thalen's first? What the hell's going on? How's it going, man? Yes, Scapus night. Tomorrow, too, will be. Tomorrow might be more Scapus also. Or it could be Neo. Or it could be Dynasty Warriors, rather. Dude, I've been having fun with Origins. Like, a lot of fun with Origins. Not giving up. Not giving up. Somebody did a point redeem. So I have to take care of the point redeem before I can do it. Back burner. Once I finish Hatchet run, I'll go back to Ninja run. You know, I'm not gonna have somebody redeem 75,000 channel points and I just tell them, I'll get to it eventually. That would be like super dick move, you know?
悪くない輝き、なかなかの一品じゃ。やはりお目が高い。さすが道産様。
Hatches is so open for me. I'm thinking I want to do heavy armor. But I'm not going to use the actual stuff. So I'm trying to think what would be something fun to do with hatchets. I'm thinking the elemental weapon set plus Takamikata or elementalist weapon plus what you call it? I don't know. If you wanted to just have fun with hatchets, what would be your thought process? Dude, that encounter takes so many people out. Go follow Elemental sets, go Takanakata. I was thinking Takanakata because I've never actually used it. Of doing that and the what you call it, Darting Elemental set. Do it as heavy armor. I forgot what the ethereal set is called. And just have both melee weapon slots be what you call it. Both weapon slots be hatchets, so that way I can still do the weapon flow. And for the record, dude, hatchets can't do anything until your first training. Like, I'm not even sure what clan I should go with. That's how open I am to stuff. The only thing I know is I was told don't go low health build because I make them look too easy. I'm also noticing that with hatchets, if there's any type of slope up, your medium and your low hatchet throws can't hit the target. Hello, Mana. Really, I can't talk to the guy from back here? For a short time. I'm saving Scampus for the more important set bot. It's not so much a... If you see me past Scampus, it's because I know the levels too well, and I know that Scampus is going to be valuable in a different section. That's all. You never want to waste a good Scampus, Mana. And I am going to reveal my full model and everything on the Twitter tomorrow. And change my profile pictures over to it. I'm very disappointed in my artist. Yeah. I was going to debut the character tomorrow. Like, I was going to take today fully off to debut it tomorrow. Because they were promising, even saying, like, on Wednesday, oh, I'll have it 100% up in the next 24 hours. And clearly, it's not. So right now, I'm just going off their whims. Oh. Have a good night. This is such a tricky thing to get through. This is always such a tricky spot, dude. I'm praying and hoping. Praying and hoping, it's all we can do. Well, I think I woke the guy up. Guy just sleeping, gets a couple of hatchets to the face. Man, I was enjoying that nap. What the hell, dude? I know the two things I need to keep an eye out for in this mission are bombs and magic scrolls. Because I can't. I am going to use magic, which means that's going to be my main stab leveling, but I also want to be in heavy armor. Maybe not right now, heavy armor. Maybe stick with 13 stamina and then just have constitution and strength and be in medium armor for the first game cycle, and then move up to heavy armor for when I'm in divine equipment. Dude, Hatchets. Is this a skill issue? I don't feel like this is a skill issue. That Hatchets are super unreliable with actually connecting with enemies. Like, look at that. Nowhere close to the guy. Taikata 7, Susanoo 6. I did realize that each throw counts as a skill. I did notice that. That's what I say, like, Susanoo you can build up fully, like, super fast with the hatches, I would think. Because each throw is a different skill. You have a dodging attack. You have a sheath attack. And then... So that's 5 right there, before even counting lights into heavies or, holding block skills. Yeah, and my stats could be literally whatever I want them to be. And then I'd be open to picking whatever clan you think would work. Because for clans, I have no idea. Should I be plus 44? Yeah, but like it needs to give me something else besides just that. Oh, you're talking about the clan. I could do Shibata clan. I was like Shibata armor. Sorry. I never use charge attacks because I like to dodge while holding block, and usually the command to do a charge attack is would replace my ability to dodge while holding block. Otherwise, I'd be all about that. Because I was looking like magic and courage. I do want to level up magic, and then when we get to new game plus 3, plus 4, replace the attack bonus of skill to strength or stamina. But I did end up leveling up magic as my main damage stat first in this go through. But I need to pump up stamina first. The game does not like how little I use my abilities. But yeah, I have to clear this mission just to decrease charge times on any of my throws. I don't recall most weapons being as limited as this is. I say that, but I'm also like just outpacing enemies. Man, this is really limited. I can attack from range whenever I feel like it. I didn't light it on fire. I would just like to make that perfectly clear. I was not the one to light that Gaki on fire. Dude, I wonder if the throw attack from medium stance can instantly make a dweller fall down. I think that would be funny. Oh my god, he can! Because it's technically two weapons. The throw attack from mid stance with the hatch just instantly topples over a dweller. That's fun. Hmm. Oh, hi, Merlin. Am I going to be a cat pillow tonight? I am? You're a good kitty. Taken into a Tonfa amazing. Tonfa's a really strong weapon for depleting ki. Not really my style for a solo weapon type, but a lot of fun for dropping ki. Oh yeah, really good for keeping the pressure with combos. Super nice for that. I will say I was dying a lot with Ninja, just for the record. Charge attack boost. Do I use a lot of dash attacks? I want to see something. I know there's a charge attack somewhere here. Wait, is the charge attack the hidden skill? No, the charge attack's not going to be the hidden skill. Maybe hatchets don't have a charge attack? What did I think that they did? Apparently they don't have a charge attack. I thought this dash forward would. I thought that would be a charge attack. Or that this would be. Neither of those are considered charges. Apparently, I'd be making great use of mid attack damage. Because I'm getting caught out all over the place when I throw my hatchets. You know what? I think there's a skill that makes it so you throw hatchets farther. That might be a skill. One of those super awkward ones, like, why is this a thing? I'm about to wait. Come on, lock on. That was either going to go really well or really poorly. I wasn't sure which. I'm slowly but surely equipping heavier armor. Very slowly but surely. This is the way of the heavy. You start off slow, then you pick up eventually. You gotta get a 72 stamina to pick up Malefactor set. Oh my god. The pain. Dude, that's like a silver lining is because I don't have a specific set I'm going to be going for. Um, I can really just, as long as I'm in the Yoriki set, that's good enough for the moment. Which I recall, Yuriki set's not a bad set anyway. Auto life recovery on enemy killed. It's not a bad one. And I don't think the one that reduces elemental damage taken is that heavy either for heavy armor. Like, I know they're not the best heavy armor sets, but for just getting to be in heavier armor so that way I can start increasing my magic stat, take it all day long. Thank you for lurking, Amethyst. That's what I was thinking of, like, just giving myself at this point the constitution and strength to be an A armor. Because let's be real, like, I would have needed this much stamina anyway. At least for now. And then yeah, go Kingo. Though there's nothing that really you could farm to get Kingo to drop, is there? God, I love that Gaki. He's so stupid. I think there's a few bosses that drop it. Tokachiro drops it, and then I think the boss after Tokachiro, the castle drops it. I'm done. Oh, I have my death counter up from freaking last night. I guess we'll keep it up. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I saw him glow red. I saw the burst counter. I just freaking went for it. Now I have an idea for leveling up ninjutsu early. Because normally I just take the tire running scroll to try and get sneak attack as fast as I can. I think it would actually be faster to learn the Galnet Broth first. And then next time I'm at the shrine, I'll just be rolling the Galnet Broth. With that, dude, when you said you needed 72 for Malefactor to not fat roll, I was thinking that was stat hell anyway, because I was like, I was sitting there in my brain when you said that going, man, I barely just capped 99 ninjutsu in that file. So you would have been going like base stats the whole game to try to level up that because, well, depending on what weapon you're using, but if you're using Tonfas, then yeah. Like for your first new game cycle, did you just use the Great Axe for the stat scaling? 'Cause that's what I would have done. Just been doing it as a standard heavy armor set run using the Great Axe, and then you did it through duels. Really, you try and get all the weapons to 120k. Oh, for the title, for the stats from the titles. That's true. I guess I focus on weapon stat scaling more. I imagine that. That's what I'm saying. Axodachi. I would have just used them for the first cycle. Then switch to Tonfas or Kusagama once you are able to start getting ninjutsu. Mmm. True. You would have needed a lot. You would have needed just a lot of stats in general. Yeah. But if you're getting every weapon to 120,000, probably wouldn't have been as bad. I wouldn't think. See, if I'm trying to get every weapon to the 120k for mastery, I won't worry about that until like New Game Plus 1, New Game Plus 2, because of catch-up proficiency XP. Oh yeah, of course. Once you have enough levels, yeah, it's no issue at all. It's just getting those initial levels. Really, light armor just a lot easier. See, I was actually a struggle bus. I'm not gonna lie, I was struggle busting being a light armor as a ninja. But I think it was more about the weapon I was using, because Kurosagama to me just felt slow. Like, painfully slow Kurosagama. That's why you never see me really use the medium attack with it. Mmm. I thought about doing that. I've thought about it, but usually when I'm going to use mid stance, there's more than one enemy, and the Kusi, the the sickle end, can't really hit that AoE. But I feel like for medium attack Kurosagama goes at like twice as slow as literally any other weapon does. Hooray, we got most broken soul core in the game. Yeah, definitely will go medium armor for right now. So that way we can start leveling up magic. Like, I might level magic to 30 and then just take courage all the way to 99. That'll probably be what I end up doing. Oh, you're good. You guys know I love my lurkers. Lurkers are the backbone to every streamer's growth. Dude, my Scampus buff does not last for any duration. It makes me sad. The Scampus doesn't last that long right now. Something was fixed post haste. Oh, he clipped me! He clipped me as I was trying to put out the fire. I actually have to fight him normally. I haven't had to fight him normally in so long. It's an uphill battle now, guys. Dude, I can't remember the last time I lost to an NRA. Dude, I have so many levels locked in there right now. Locked in Nero's room. That's what I just realized. What did I buy fire aimless to fight Enero with? Nice! Could use somebody to talk to. As I struggle with this game, which I haven't done in a hot minute this early on. I forgot to change my soul cores. Oh well. I just have to fight, I have to get good. I'm capable. I don't know about that, but we are gonna try. For a wise wizard, believe is a magical word. My gamer brain in me is like, there's no believing. There's just getting good. We strafe, we dodge, we roll. We pray to Scampus. I had a feeling it was Autumn. If Autumn's a wise wizard, am I the wise ass wizard? See if we can do it. I was just messing around a little too much the first time. I am a priest. I'm supposed to be the smart priest. Maybe that's why I'm not so wise. I have much. I have much gamer wisdom. I have too much gamer wisdom. I have more than like a dozen people's combined knowledge of gamer wisdom.
おい待て、そこまで。落ち着けって。詳しい話はここを離れてからだ。おっと、腹ごしらえでもしながらでどうだ。ん。
Dude, I could, depending on the game, I could talk about games and game mechanics and game trends and game history for hours and hours and hours and hours. Just like I could talk about miniatures for hours on hours. Like in this game alone, I have more knowledge about stuff than I probably should. Hi, Merlin. Well, thank you. At least somebody appreciates it. My hard work and dedication. And it's not just wisdom, it's also skill in games. I have way more than my fair share of skill in games. And you said no collab tomorrow because you're doing Valentine's lovey-dovey stuff. I'll be streaming tomorrow. Is tomorrow actually Valentine's Day? Why was I thinking Valentine's Day wasn't until next week? You're doing the fishing game tomorrow. No, I did not. Nice. It'll be a lot of fun, you guys. What does it want me to do here? Yeah, I saw that Rimbu head off, so Rimbu will be joining you guys. Be a lot of fun. Scampus is all angry. He's like, people, they won't leave me alone. Monsters are being kind of dicks about it. Dude, I think I'm going to farm this level a couple times to try and get the Oni V Soul Cores to drop. I forgot these hatchets were corrupted. Get him, Scampus! Way to be! My throat's feeling sore tonight, man. I think I've been rambling a bit too much. Well, get a cough drop, that should help. I haven't been drinking the tea with honey, like people have told me to. You been sneezing? It's just dry, cause winter here. Normally it's a lot more humid. Yeah, you said you were sick yesterday. What's been going on? You've been getting sick a lot. Hey there, Ekla. How you doing, man? What is the great and mighty Hecla up to these days? I was just complaining about having a sore throat. I started to die today randomly. My body was like, hey, it's been a while. Time to shut down. And so I had to go to urgent care today. Had bad migraine. That's not for fun. At least you have medicine for it. You got touched hard in Skull and you love it? Not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, Lucky. Alright, I'll hydrate in a quick second. Thief runs are always good. The best skill for the Thief, Lucky, is back roll. Oh my god! Mr. Van showed up. Thank you for the lurk, Rand. Damn, no soul cores. I think I've tried this before, and soul cores don't seem to drop. Yeah, I like doing attack spam stuff in Skull. It's just I can't do too many runs in a row of it because it starts to hurt my thumb too much. There. Get the most important stat first. Increases campus duration. Most important stat I can get. Clearly is, guys. Nothing's more important than more Scampus. Use one more time to try and get the Soul Core. And then we will move on if we can't get any Soul Cores. I'm hoping the Lightning Soul Core drops. Drop percentage seems to be dookie for me right now. Dude, that's it. That ability I just gained to decrease charge time really decreases charge time. Well, we got one Soul Core. Pick that up real quick. So as long as I have one Soul Core, I can now focus on what to call it? Get my barrier talisman up. Cause that feels super important with this weapon. Also, just noticing the strong attack is actually really legit for this weapon in low stands. Like, just straight up shredding this thing. We got what we wanted. We got what we wanted, so we can move on. Yeah, I still think if you want to climb Lucky, that Magic Skulls are the easiest. Definitely Revenge 2. But if you want to give Speed Skulls a try, I could get behind that. My only recommendation is don't use the Jester. Jester is not a good skull. It used to be a good skull, but Jester is not a good skull anymore. Jester hasn't been good since the Dark Mirror came out, which is unfortunate. Yes, he is. I forgot to hydrate, so I will double hydrate. Thank you, Amethyst.
人は歓迎するぞ。
Mm.
方が足りぬのではないか。流れ歩くもまたよかろう。
Man, drinking water while you have a cough drop in your mouth, man, that is different. Mm.
いずれまた来る。
いらっしゃい。またどうぞ。
Like, it's refreshing. It's just like, damn, that is different. Either Vex. Vex also making me hydrate. Okay, Vex. I'm figuring out what I'm doing in this game. I'm calculating, strategizing, all that fun stuff. Oh, puppies. Everybody's asleep, Amethyst. Everybody's dead asleep. I'll refund you those points. Yeah, he's asleep on my lap. All the animals are passed out. They're all being super adorable and sleeping. Let me refund those. I should have the play with puppies off at night, and I always forget. Manage requests. Reject. Mark rest is complete. Done. Okay. I haven't seen a Destiny 2 trailer. I also forgot to hang on. I forgot to activate channel points for this game. I don't keep up on this Destiny 2, dude. The only information I have on Destiny 2 is what you tell me, Vex. The game is expensive to get into. There's always so many expansions and stuff. And I never know what to buy and how to get into it, where all the content is. It gets to be a lot for somebody new. So you say. Interesting. There are too many other things higher on my priority list, unfortunately, for money. It's a first person MMO shooter, Amethyst. I'm pretty terrible at them too. I don't say I'm terrible, I'm decent at them. I'm not the skill level as I am at Souls Likes, put it that way. Like, Destiny 2 is a game like I would need like a dedicated crew to run with. Same with like Space Marine 2. Those types of games, like, you need people that like, okay, we're going to be playing this together. And then I have a lot of fun. But just going at it solo, I don't. Did he? I've tried asking him to play games, and he said right now he wants his stream to just be gotchas. Yeah, I talked with him about it. Because he also likes Path of Exile. No, so I had invited him to play Path of Exile. He's like, no, not right now. Would you rather do Monster Hunter World? You want to do Path of Exile? Okay, yeah, we can do it. So if Ultra change things up. If that is what you want to do, then that is what we can do. If you ever want to do a dungeon Destiny to hit you up. Okay, okay. If I ever get into Destiny 2, I will be sure to hit you up, man. Don't try and force it, just whenever you want to play. Both, I will tell you this, both Path of Exile and Monster Hunter World are games that, you know, they're kind of grindy. So playing them more than a couple times a month will pay off. If it's like a once a week or once every other week kind of deal, it may be better to stick to one of the two. He's doing Wild's beta. Yeah, he said he was going to do the beta more to get prepared for Wilds. We were having that discussion where he wants to be doing that more, and I'm going to be doing Monster Hunter Wild completely blind when it releases. I think he would. I think he'll still do World up until Wilds gets released. That's what he said anyway. Wait, how many Kodamas am I at? This is one of those levels where I'm always paranoid where I'm gonna miss stuff. I should be at 3. There's a 4 in the second half. 1, 2. I feel like I missed one. I hate the feeling when I feel like I missed something. I don't think I did. I hate that feeling, dude. Because I get that feeling a lot when you're running through, you're like, did I miss something? I think I missed something. Maybe I should double check. Maybe I should triple check. Maybe I should triple check. Because I think I missed something, but I don't think I did, but I might have. Ooh, that's really good to get early on. Me and Thal were talking about what to do for our first playthrough for the first new game cycle in this game. Because it's such a bitch to level into using heavy armor that maybe medium armor might be better, and I just got the armor set for a set of medium armor I can use like the whole game for the first playthrough. Don't have to worry about the Kingo set if I have Sahoya armor. Yeah, I got lucky. Which hasn't happened in a while in this game. 'Cause I don't get lucky in real life. Except for the buffers. What? I didn't say anything unusual. I mean, I don't. Just stating a fact. It's not a very fun fact. I don't. I hardly leave the house. Give it time. Ah, I won't hold. I wouldn't hold my breath for that. The only way it'll happen at this point is if I actually become like a popular streamer. Be someone like on. You know how like what dating app? Dating apps are horrible for guys. They're horrible in general, but they're especially horrible for guys. If anything, in order to meet people in general, Clearly, I'd want to meet a girl, but to meet people in general, I need to dedicate more time to working on my hobby and not letting other things get in the way of that. Yeah, I have a hobby. It's a fun hobby. My world for the ability to backstab. Yeah, my major pains. I haven't done it in too long. Maybe I'll take tomorrow afternoon off and just work on that. I try to think of what to do tomorrow. Maybe I'll take tomorrow for like an R&R type afternoon. Stream hobby stuff. Maybe. I don't have the right camera for it. Unless like I could use like my camera. I would need a stand. I always feel like you need like what do you call it? A GoPro? Like head cam? I don't know what kind of how you would set that up. That's the only thing I can think of. It'd be like head cam. Phone does have a good camera. I'm talking about like because when you're painting a mini, you're holding it close to your face. So like you said, watch me work, you wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing. It's not like I could just set up the phone on a stand somewhere close by and you'd be able to take a look at anything. It would have to be like a POV type of view, you know. Like I can bring up a painting video to show you what I mean, but it's literally yeah. Yeah, I'd have to research how people do it first. But honestly, I wanted to do that. I want to keep that off stream, to be honest. Because that's my time to relax and try to meditate, and that's my personal me time. I'd want to keep that off stream. Decompress, not deal with stress. I wouldn't be able to chat with you guys anyway. The reason why I wouldn't be able to chat with you guys is that I have a magnifying glasses on when I do it. So I wouldn't be able to read chat, and it would give me a headache to every other second be having to refocus to something that close to chat. But I've been feeling that this way for a bit, is that like just having Sunday afternoon off isn't enough of a reprieve for relaxing for me. That I should be taking the second day off. That's not like, oh, something came up and I'm doing something that's, like errands or something that I can't be doing what I want anyway. Like if I was making like even like $50 a day a stream session in the afternoon, then it would justify. If I'm like, I don't make any money in the afternoon. So as fun as it is to hang out with everybody, maybe having more than one afternoon off to, take the dogs to the dog park, stuff like that. Work on my hobby. Be a fun dog mom. And then when she asks what I do for a living, and I go, I stream. I'm not successful, but I stream. I would be able to proudly be like, I'm a streamer. I make content, make people laugh. And I'm able to sustain myself off of it. That's the main thing that stops me from meeting people. Is that like, because I don't make any money off of streaming, um, I feel awkward. Maybe. I'm very much a defeatist when it comes to myself. You'll notice I have a very low self-esteem of myself, and I know it's a problem. And I thank you for that. And you're a great friend too, Amethyst. I have to laugh. I keep reading these things. Like, I want to say it's almost daily when you're scrolling through Twitter that somebody's making a post that's like, You know, I thought this person was my friend, but they were a clout chaser, and they kind of dropped off the planet, and kind of gives the woe is me. Why doesn't people stay my friend? I'm just sitting here thinking, like, dude, me and Amethyst never don't have a blast. I don't know where the problem is. It might be a mental hospital. If I drop off a planet, I'm definitely in the hospital. I'm either in the hospital or I'm almost at that point. You were gone for 3 months once. I think I missed 1 full month. Couple weeks here and there, but I think I've only missed like 1 full month.
あの刀さえあれば砕くとは早まったかもなどうさんよ
We're home. Family is hard. Hey, at least you were able to get your diagnosis. Well, yeah, because then you can get like government assistance, and you know how to medicate, and you know why you do certain things, so you can make other mental adjustments for it. Knowing has a lot of benefits. Oh, really?
では間に合わない毒の周りを
Cat makes too much. Yeah, that makes sense. You're in that same boat that I'm in with that then. Like we struggle to get by on the day to day also, but it's because when applying for government assistance for like food stamps or whatnot, it's household income. So my mom's income takes part in it, and then they say like, oh, she makes too much. Yeah, they always have little bullshit to stop the people. You need to know, it's like you need to have a degree in how to work the system. A lot of people are in that boat where they've been getting into more and more debt just to feed the families. A lot of people, unfortunately, are in that boat. Yeah, I've heard so many stories about people who are just welcome back, Vex. We're telling each other about our woes and our miseries. And you came back just in time for an ad break. Right, like he may find a job that pays more, but your health insurance is because of the way your health insurance is, it wouldn't matter. You just work at Bucky's, so constantly have panic attacks. Yeah, I'm hoping. Oh, did not realize that decreasing the charge time, you had to pick between the two. Um, you work so hard over the weekend, your fibro would flare like all week and you couldn't function at home. I would get sick from stress working at Walmart as a sport manager. I was in a bad situation there. But yeah, like if you have something mental going on, knowing about it is like half the solution. I've heard stories about Bucky's. Never been to Texas, so I don't know what a Bucky's actually is. But I've heard stories about Bucky's. 36 hours during peak season, 3 days. Damn. So you were doing 3 12-hour shifts there. That's kind of nutty. Your panic attacks as well. You just use Destiny 2 as your stress reliever. I will say this, in terms of like when I worked a regular job when I was able to work, I always preferred working 4 10-hour shifts over 5 8-hour shifts. I always preferred having the extra day off. The really huge gas station. You would think Florida would have something like that. I always thought it was like a gas station version of Walmart. Florida hasn't been to them driving. Okay. No, Florida is not that bad. No. Like, there's gators, but you have to, like, go searching for the gators, typically. Most neighborhoods don't have random gators walking around. I mean, technically, Florida has panthers. I've only seen them once. Yeah, we have gators, we have panthers, we've got little lizards. The lizards are all over the place. Tiny little lizards all over the place. Merlin kills on average 3 or 4 a year inside the house. He's an absolute menace to society out in the yard. There's been a couple of nights where I've had to be like, hang on, guys, I'm gonna need a few minutes. Merlin's caught a lizard. He's dragging it around in his mouth through the house. He's done that more often than I've had to stop because he's had a hairball. Put it that way. Still work Wendy's in 5 years. I can't say I've ever. Well, no, I have worked technically at a fast food place. My first job I ever had was at Subway, and I did that for a year. Then I haven't worked fast food since. Why are you lucky you're not a manager? Do managers have it like really bad or something? See, my first job I was 15. You ran across the road from your apartment to work there. Your parents wouldn't let you have a job? Lucky. Lucky. I mean, I wanted a job to have spending money, so I shouldn't say that. I wanted a job to have money. Ah, Well, you had a job. It was helping take care of your siblings and your grandma. Don't shortchange yourself. That is a job. Well, yeah. I didn't say it paid. I was just saying it was a job. You've done little surveys that pay like 25 cents. I've done that for work. I know exactly what surveys you're talking about. Look at me, I cut that lady's hair with my axes. I'm the best at cutting hair in this game. Dude, I will say this. With my doctor's visit today, I gotta say, I much prefer if a doctor doesn't know what a disease is. They just say, I've never heard of that. Let me do some research. I'll be right back. Instead of pretending like they know what it is and then looking like an idiot. You want to work like watching over the place to get like $100 a night? That'd be an amazing job. I take that job. And those jobs typically pay more than 100 a night because it's usually house watching like that is usually that you're watching the house of somebody very affluent. Just like there was a story in Miami with everybody who was leaving um with everyone who was leaving California and New York City during the COVID lockdowns. California or Miami, not only did the housing market boom, the maid service market boomed like to unprecedented levels because what you call it, everybody who was moving and buying these $1 million homes in Miami they needed movers to move everything in, and then because they were still in the process of moving stuff around, they needed house sitters and they needed maids because they were buying these $1 million, multi-million-dollar homes. They weren't going to be cleaning themselves. So the maid industry, people started making like six figures easy doing maid cleanup work for homes, just go around cleaning houses because it just wasn't the demand was so high for them. Like I'm sorry, I'm not the cleanliest guy. I keep my house maintained. I'm not the cleanliest guy, but like if I could make 100 grand, 160 grand going around to homes just cleaning up homes, yeah, I'll vacuum and dust for 8 to 10 hours a day every day. If I'm gonna be pulling in that kind of money all day long. To be making 6 figures a year, Vex, unless it was like a hoarder when she couldn't move 2 inches, like. Yeah, it's usually maintenance stuff. And when you're talking about the homes that I'm talking about, that's not going to be the case, you know? Let's put it this way: if it is covered like that, it's in one of those $1 million homes. Do you know how much money you will be paid for your silence? But no, well, like Amethyst says, you can turn down those jobs. Nobody's going to force you to do it. If you own the business, you can turn down those jobs. No, it's exactly what I said. It was to do weekly cleaning, and to make it 6 figures. Hooray! More ninja training. Oh, speaking of big money, have you guys been seeing all like the corrupt spending that's being exposed? It's been nutty. Your brother showed you? Yeah, it's crazy all the corrupt spending. And then somebody pointed out something, and I'm like, this is so true. They said like, look at all this corrupt spending, and oh, it's a lot more than just sushi. Oh, that's not even half of it. So our U.S. government, Vex, does this nice little play on words in which there's U.S. aid, like to provide aid and assistance to countries, and then we have the USAID, which apparently is where all the corrupt spending is. And so they have the same letters, but one's an acronym and one's an act. Yeah, it's just straight up money laundering. USAID is just straight up money laundering. And somebody pointed out, like, so anybody who is protesting Elon Musk going and looking at all the corrupt spending of USAID, those are the people benefiting from this right now. It's like, oh shit. There's a lot of people upset that USAID is being investigated and that their ledgers are being opened up. We're finding just ridiculous, stupid money. That is like, it's clearly money laundering. He's an advisor to the president. Well, advisors are different than cabinet members. Cabinet members need to be approved by Congress. Advisors do not. So he has the group called Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, but like the secretaries, if it's like a secretary of blah blah blah, they need to be approved by Congress. But if it's a department of blah blah blah, then the president just appoints them. Yeah, I did not know the government was upset. Is upset as Steam. Why is the government upset as Steam? I did not hear that one. I'm assuming the video game company. There might be a freeze on the Pell Grant. They had to be limited on. They're trying to reduce collateral damage, but there might be a freeze on Pell Grant. They're trying to reduce collateral damage, though. I know that. Like they had to make a special announcement that they weren't going to do anything to Social Security or food stamps or anything like that. Okay, okay. So USAID, because it's not public, it's private company. I think the more private we get, the better. So this is a list of just a couple of the things that we're doing fraudulent that is going through USAID. 1.5 billion to advance diversity, equity, and inclusion in Serbia's workplaces. In business community, 70,000 for production of DEI musical in Ireland, 2.5 million for electric vehicles in Vietnam, 47,000 for a transgender opera in Colombia, 32,000 for a transgender comic book in Peru. Like, why are we funding a transgender comic book when we have such bad inflation? 2 million for sex changes and LGBT activism in Guatemala. 6 million to fund tourism in Egypt. We're giving Egypt $6 million to fund their tourism for them to make more money. And apparently this has been going on and just growing over decades. Funding food to Al Qaeda affiliated fighters in Syria. That's literally just the first article I found. What the things are. Literally just a matter of where. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But you know, like, all of those things, it's all bullshit. It's going to those countries, and those countries are just lining the pockets of politicians. And I say going to those countries as in biggest quotation marks as I can. And like, look at that list. That wasn't even the most egregious stuff. Like, if you're upset about that, that wasn't even the most egregious stuff I've heard of. Steam File Company thinks of a post from a person calling Steam the N word. Stressful. Yeah. I don't think. I wouldn't put too much weight into that, Vex. About the government going after Steam, I wouldn't put too much weight into that, especially if that's all they have. Why does Demi look like an alien? He kind of is. It's called a Gaki. All the monsters in this game are based on Japanese folklore. Every single one of them. It's all about aliens. I mean, the Kodama look like aliens too. See? Gakis. It's a yokai that was once human, cast down to Gakido upon dying due to the sins it committed during its lifetime. Described as a realm of eternal starvation and suffering for those in the afterlife. Pitiful Gaki is unable to eat normally, as consuming regular food would cause his body to burst into flames. It is for this reason the Gaki prowls our worlds, searching for the flesh of dead warriors to ease its hunger. Hello, Silky Spider! We were talking about the government being a mess, don't mind us. We, we can change topics if it bothers you. We here get easily distracted. So sure, right? We get distracted by shiny rocks and interesting tidbits, and I go off on tangents. It is known to happen. It's a History Channel, dude. That's a timeless meme, the History Channel guy. So timeless. I will hydrate. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Gotta work on my perfect blocks. There we go. I like weapons in which I can do that. It makes me feel special. Showing off my gamer skills. Just beat down enemies by blocking their attacks. Okay, and you're talking about aliens. I always call these guys little green Martian men. Like, look at this little dude. Little green Martian man with a bowl on his head. Now that's aliens, man. Slowly going to Roblox because it's a game that's like Dead by Daylight, but with murder drones. Interesting. Never really played Dead by Daylight. I've seen gameplay of Dead by Daylight. But I've never partaken myself. Dude, I'm just excited that Rise of the Ronin is coming to PC. I'm so excited for that, dude. If you like games like this, you like games like Sekiro. Oh boy. Rise of the Ronin. Murder Drone's Pummel Party. Interesting. Whenever I hear Roblox, I always think of that one again. I watch too much current events. I have my finger too on the pulse of current events and stuff. I think about that one point people make about insider trading in the government is like, and the best example people use for insider trading is like, why the hell does Nancy Pelosi have Roblox stock? Like, what does she know about that? What purpose would compel her to have that stock? Well, this is probably nothing. Yeah. Well, like, you know how there's apps that track Nancy Pelosi's trading, stock trading, because she has like all the greatest got flashbang by words. Like like even the greatest economists occasionally will make a bad call in terms of stock trading. Nancy Pelosi has never like suffered a loss from stocks, even though like she's just a politician. Never suffered a loss from stocks to the point where people will make apps that will track her stock trading and auto trade stocks to match her stock trades. So and people make millions of dollars doing this, and the government's always trying to stop citizens from doing that. Because our government has a problem with insider trading, and that's the best example. It is like a flashbang of words. I hear a scampus. Oh yeah, if you have like $1,000 that you can invest, find one of those apps and then just be like, yeah, and just go off that app and you'll make returns every single time. Although it might be her husband John that it follows technically, but pretty sure it's her. I'm hopeful with the current administration. I'll say that. I'm hopeful because they seem to be pissing a lot of politicians off, and that's a good thing in my book. Like the more pissed off your regular politician gets, the like more effective I feel like we're doing at getting rid of corruption. Like I said, look at USAID. Everybody who's getting pissed off about Musk going in there with his team to look at their ledger, everyone getting pissed off. Like those are all the people who need to be kicked out of the government. Well, we gotta be realistic. I say kicked out because like you're right, but you gotta be realistic. I try not to use such charged language because the more I'm trying to think of the right word. You don't want the word to lose its meaning. I think that'll be the best way to say it. or loses emphasis, you know? That being said, as much as I try to keep up on current events, I there's just too much going on for me to keep up with it. Too much happening all at once. What's going on with Nintendo? I haven't heard anything bad about Nintendo. I haven't touched my Switch in like a year, but I haven't heard anything bad about them. Oh, did they finally sue Pal World? I feel like that lawsuit was a matter of time. I don't agree with the lawsuit. I'll say that. I don't agree with the lawsuit, but I felt like that was just a matter of time. Like, they have to be really careful in their wording. Like, extremely careful in their wording for the lawsuit to hold any weight. Because, like, the easiest way for Pal World to get the case thrown out is if they can compare Pal World to Digimon. If they if they're able to draw a correlation in the lawsuit between Pal World and Digimon, then Nintendo doesn't have a leg to stand on. Well, I've actually talked about this before. It's really interesting. This is something else. Okay, when it comes to gaming wisdom, and this brought this up that I have gaming wisdom. When it comes to gaming wisdom, this is actually something I know a lot about. Vex, having to do with copyrights. So it depends on how the copyright is that Nintendo has filed for the IP of Pokemon. Because it's all going to be probably U.S. courts, which means that they have to follow U.S. copyright, which they've been doing since Nintendo has been in video game business. But it depends on how it's copyrighted. On, like I said, that's why, like, if Pal World is able to draw a correlation between itself in Digimon, the case will get thrown out. If they can't make that correlation, then it might hold some weight with them having to go to trial or settling. I don't know what the exact guidelines are for it though. But copyright, I feel like we need a different copyright laws for video games compared to different other IPs. Because copyright laws last for like 20 years, which in video game time, like, think about how many games are over 20 years old that are still going strong, you know? It's not that many. Now, think about how many games that are have going on that long that are still utilizing the same exact mechanics for all 20 years. Even less. And so you have some but copyrights last for 20 years from not from I think it's from when it's I think if it's from when it's filed or when it's finalized. I'm not sure about that, but I know the copyright lasts for 20 years. But usually, I think it's from when it's like completed. Like there's a stop on being able to use whatever is being pending for copyright, but the 20-year time limit starts once it's finalized. So copyright is more like 22 to 24 years long, and so you can renew it. I think I forget if it's something that can be renewed. But that's like, do you remember the Shadows of Mordor, Shadows of War game, Vex? Do you remember that franchise, the Lord of the Rings, Assassin's Creed franchise? No. Do you remember Crazy Taxi? Okay? You remember Crazy Taxi? Do you remember the Simpsons ripoff where they just literally made Crazy Taxi but with Simpsons characters without crediting Crazy Taxi? Because that's what started the whole copyright thing with video games and made that mainstream because they were so egregious about it. They lost that lawsuit really hard. Um, yeah, Simpsons. Not sure how you'd be, whether you'd be able to find it still, but Simpsons had a version of Crazy Taxi that was just with Simpsons characters. That was literally just straight up Crazy Taxi, but they didn't give any credit or ask permission or do anything to make that legal. They just put it out there. And they got sued really hard by the company that made Crazy Taxi. But I forget if they actually won that lawsuit because they technically the game wasn't copyrighted. There was a whole big legal thing about it. I forget the exact details, but that's what started companies like trying to patent game mechanics, in which you'll see a game that'll have a really unique and interesting game mechanic. I think it had to be a patent for a mechanic in a game. Yeah, it had to be I think it's a patent for a mechanic in the game, but that's why you'll see like a game mechanic that will be unique to a game franchise or something that nobody will replicate. It's like, why won't anybody else use this? This is such a good idea. And usually, is that they legally can't due to contractual restrictions. But the second, um, what you call it, Shadows of Mordor game has one of those because they had a mechanic where it was like you need to defeat these generals of different outposts and then replace them with your own to pretty much create a shadow government within Mordor. But when you defeat generals, sometimes they live and they adapt to how you were fighting them to gain resistances to be able to fight you better. It's called a nemesis system. Really cool. And Warner Bros. Is the company that made the game and patented the idea. I have Hurricane Vein, also a fun game, but no other game can use that nemesis system that Warner Bros. Created until something ridiculous like the year 2050. I've beaten Covain. I think I beat Covain twice, where I was doing a playthrough and then I got distracted of it by something else. I mean, saying I get distracted is like saying water's wet. It happens all the time. Speaking of water, I need to drink here. Did you know, Vex, that Code Vein takes place in the God Eater universe? Which is why I wish that they would make a sequel to it. I so wish they would make a sequel to Code Vein. That's one fire guy. Oh yeah, they're a pain in the ass. They're a huge pain in the ass. Game was a lot of fun. Dude, people are shit on it, calling it like waifu Dark Souls. I was like, I don't see a problem with that. Man, that's just waifu Dark Souls. Yes, it's fantastic. Not sure what the problem is. It is anime Dark Souls. I mean, let's be real. I've seen some of the combat in Elden Ring, at least in Shadows of the Erdtree. Dark Souls has become anime Dark Souls. You gotta call it something else because Dark Souls is anime Dark Souls nowadays. Yeah, but some of those battles got a bit tricky. I think I remember what you're talking about. You made it an abomination. I always try to make my characters look pretty because I can't stand look at ugly characters for like 60 plus hours. I don't have the mental fortitude. I can make my character look silly, but I won't make my character look ugly. Looks like a pile of marshmallows. Interesting. Hey man, to each their own. I won't judge out loud.
言っておくけど慣れ合うつもりはないから早く終わらせましょう
Of course in Code Vein. What else were we talking about? I mean, lots of things are abominations, but this instance we were talking about Code Vein. Dude, Code Vein had a really good story. I'll have to, at some point, look at Autumn's Discord then. Not do it right now, because right now my game wants to minimize itself whenever I click off of it. I always feel weird when my game auto-minimizes when I go to click off of it. A Taken season? Like, with Liam Neeson? Oh, right, there's an enemy called the Taken. There's also an enemy called Ads. They're coming in like 10 seconds. But they're an enemy of the stream, not of Destiny 2. I will hydrate. Actually, I have to use the bathroom because I've been hydrating so much. I'll be right back in a couple of moments. I'm going to take this break with the ads. Be right back. Alrighty, we're back. So Vex went to sleep. Ugh. No one bites the dust. No, I shouldn't say that. Dude, I'm not used to having so much poise that I'll be able to just eat attacks and have my character not react. I'm sitting here trying to rack my brain around like what the next mission is. I just remember what it is. Shouldn't be too bad. It's Mr. Blackteeth. Mr. Charcoal Teeth comes up next. Okay, for a hot second, I thought like, why am I dealing so little damage? And I remember like, oh yeah, I'm not scaling stats on this weapon. That's how I'm dealing so little damage. Whoops, I might have forgotten to do that because it scales best off of like skill and courage, and I'm building a tertiary stat. So we'll be fine. We'll be just fine. We've seen this dialogue. I've seen this dialogue countless times. If anyone wants to see some acts, chime up and I'll play them. That's how we're gonna go about this. Really, toxic ground fire. Play motion change. Didn't realize toxic ground fire you could get this early on. I know what I want is this dodging and quick gym scrolls. We will be using quick gym scrolls this go around. Because I don't need anything else from here. It's literally all we're going to be using our ninjutsu points on. Figure I have enough to have 3 of them. Should be more. That should be plenty. Thank you for the hydrate. I just got more water just so I can do that more. Mmm. Refreshing. Man, I'm getting tired earlier than I normally do. Too early in the game to start crafting stuff. Fair enough, game. I'm like, oh, here, let me just craft myself a full set of gear. And the game's like, dude, you don't have crafting materials yet. You haven't even sorted out your inventory yet. What are you doing? It's like, oh, yeah. That would probably help, wouldn't it? I was just jumping the gun, that's all. Speaking of jumping the gun, I know we literally just fought the this boss. We're going to just run through to fight it again without fighting anything else in the level because I have a problem. That's how I have to do it. It only took me to figure out that I could do this like one time to do this whenever I play this level. Also, did I bother caring about my equipment weight? Oh, I am in good equipment weight. Nice. Run through, we don't fight anything, we just go and have a good time. I think I'm being chased by a demon. That's fine. So yeah, we'll do no stream tomorrow afternoon. And then tomorrow night, there'll be a coin toss for me between this and Dynasty Warriors Origins. Because we're doing our second faction story path. In that, and I think after this mission I might turn in. Because today's just been an exhausting day for me. I know I usually go on for like another hour and a half, but like, be eepy. If I'm sleepy, then I'm not gonna be talking that much. Not unless it's something I can really like sink my teeth into to ramble about for like an hour. But is that guy gonna explode? There. There, we can't say I didn't fight in this level. Because technically I just did. It's for my own satisfaction. And while I'm thinking about it, barrier talismans, where you at? Did I forget? I forgot to set them. I could have sworn I set the barrier talismans. I forgot to set my stamina regen talismans. That's how tired I am right now. I made sure to learn rank 3 of the barrier talismans, to be able to equip them and set them, and then I forgot to do it. So we'll go, we'll give this boss a what for? The boss will give us a what for? Then we'll try again. But this time with stamina regen. See? With stamina regen. That I actually remember to equip. Hopefully all the scampuses are still around. Yeah, they're all still around. I died too fast. Go me. I'm not even going to make it to the boss. I'm down half my heals. Time to go fight the boss, guys. This is going so horribly wrong for me right now. Try to make the most out of Scampus here. There we go. I should be able to put it away on my own. Oh yeah, I should have this easy. Thank you, Scampus. Always make sure to thank your fellow Scampus. Yeah, I'm feeling really tired, man. So we'll put a pin in this and pick it up next time. I know we're ending stream early. Apologize. But either tomorrow night or Saturday, we'll be picking this back up. I want to thank you all for lurking, hanging out, watching, and enjoying it. And I'll catch you all tomorrow night. Good night, everybody.